Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation. Today I will be talking about content-based instruction, known as CBI. Now, content-based instruction focuses on content rather than language, first of all. It also refers to an approach to a second language teaching in which teaching is actually organized around the content or information that student will acquire. CBI is also considered to be more of philosophy than mythology. There's no single formula for this type of instruction, but there are certain models of CBI which are used worldwide to achieve a holistic and global approach to foreign language learning. The mythology of CBI implies interrogation of language learning and content learning. Hence, in CBI courses, the focus of learning is not actually on learning of a language in isolation, but rather learning of a language through the study of subject matter. The CBI curriculum is based on the subject matter core. It uses authentic language and other texts. This means that the curriculum is based on a certain subject matter and communicative competence which is acquired in the context of learning about certain topics in that specific subject area. So let's look at an example of CBI. Students might have a lesson on French cuisine. This would focus on the French diet and would eventually introduce words such as pain, which means bread, or fromage, which means cheese. You can also use croissant. In a meaningful way, because these words are presented within context of content. This gives us an example of the actual process of CBI. It also helps students make logical connections between ideas and words and objects. So now let's talk about benefits of CBI. First of all, learners are exposed to a considerable amount of language through stimulating content. Learners also explore interest in content and are also engaged in appropriate language-dependent activities. Languages are not learned through direct instruction, but rather acquired naturally or automatically. Second benefit is that complex information is delivered through real-life context for students to grasp easily, thereby leading to motivation. The third benefit is that in CBI information, is retained by strategically delivering information at the right time and through situations compelling the students to learn out of their own passion. The last benefit is that greater flexibility and adaptivity in the curriculum can be deployed as per students' interest. Now let's talk about active student enrollment. So the CBI classroom is learner rather than teacher-centered. In such classrooms, students learn through doing and are actively engaged in the actual learning process. Students do not depend on the teacher to direct all learning or to be source of all the information. And lastly, central to CBI is the belief that learning occurs not only through exposure to the teacher's input, but also through peer input and interactions. Accordingly, students assume active social roles in classroom that involve interactive learning, negotiation, information gathering, and co-construction of meaning. So in conclusion, CBI effectively increases learners' language proficiency and teaches them the skills that are necessary for their success in various professions. With CBI, learners gradually acquire greater control of the language they're learning, also enabling them to participate more fully in an increasingly complex academic and social environment. Thank you for your attention. Have a good day.